I kind of got it in the shop. If you're new around here and you don't have any idea what's going on, probably nobody knows really what's going on. I built a motorhome, and I built a trailer that is going to haul. It's going to be pulled behind the motorhome. That's going to haul my crawler, the Suburban, and the golf cart. Now my motorhome has got a large DC battery bank in it. It can actually run air conditioners off batteries. And anyway, I bought this golf cart about a year ago, maybe 2 years now, with the idea of fixing it up. It kind of period correct. It looks like 1970s, paint it black, put a blue stripe down it, and it's going to be a permanent fixture with my motorhome with the trailer. Anyway, the idea being electric, it'll actually be connected to the motorhome electrically. The motorhome will charge it. If you're going to run off batteries during the night, you can actually run the RV off, off the batteries that are in it. But anyway, this is the absolute biggest piece of crap I think I've ever owned. It's rotted completely out. It's going to need everything. I don't know if the motor's any good. I don't know anything about it. I paid 50 bucks for it. But basically, in this video, what I want to do, we got to get some tires on it. I'd like to take a Sawzall. It's not going to be able to have a canopy. It's going to have removable seats. Are going to have to be the seat backs are going to have to be removable. It's going to be relatively straightforward, but it's going to have a few modifications to work with my trailer. It's also 36 volt. I'd like to make it 48, but that's later on. Anyway, basically I'm going to get a Sawzall and we're going to start hacking this thing up, probably drag it in here, pull the motor out of it, take my plasma cutter, and it's terrible. You'll see in a minute. Step one. Give you a bird's eye view here of what an absolute piece of crap this thing is. It is rotted out everywhere, and then somebody's put angle iron in there to hold the batteries, and the patch is rotted out. Pretty rough. So this is a series wound DC motor. I don't want to get too far into the theory of operation, but this is the really old style. Basically, it's just a plain DC motor, and it's got these little wire wound resistors, and then it's got contacts and a wiper. And when you first step on it, it's got all three resistors in series, and then it drops one out, two out, three out, and then just directly to the motor. And that's the only speed regulation it's got. It's not really efficient, but it seems to work. The problem is if you try to creep around real slow, it's pretty easy to make these things glow. And if you try to creep around real slow, it'll burn them up. I think that I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt the rear end. It isn't going to take much. Both brake cables are bad. I'm gonna pull all the wires out of it, and then just knock the shackles loose and just drop the rear end out of it. That way we can actually flip this thing over. Alright, next day, we had a heck of a storm last night. I think probably some of y'all might have seen it on the news. Had some tornadoes this north of us and west. But it thundered so hard, it knocked one of the bulbs out of the fluorescent light in my above my shop there. Kind of surprising. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's got all these screws here, and I think that this piece here, this whole inside piece here, will come out, and perhaps this is done like that so you could have different things back here. This would, different covers, different whatever. So the more I look at this stupid thing, the more I realize that it's sort of all just screwed together. And this is awesome. If I can get all these body panels off, I hadn't quite seen what goes and doesn't, but it's looking promising. So I've drilled out all the screws in this. This came off. This looks nice. both these do. It's got several pieces of aluminum trim. I'll keep these and polish these and make these look pretty good. I got a few thousand more screws to pull out. I'll catch you in a minute. The worst part about being a YouTuber is you can't listen to the radio in the background of your videos while you work on stuff, and that's why there's no audio here. So I cut most of the wires out of it. Here's the resistor pack. This is the forward reverse switch. I think I might be able to save this. This looks pretty rough though. There's a little wiper deal down there. I'll explain all this in detail when we put it back together. But the actual thing, the switch the gas pedal hooks to. And I had another one of these old Melexes, and this was actually mounted down there on the wiper, so we might be able to do this a little bit differently. But I cut all the wiring out because it's all dead. I got the forward and reverse switch out. I think that this is ready to come out. I swear, when I first looked at this, I didn't realize all this came apart. I thought all this was spot welded together. And I thought, man, this is going to be a disaster to try to fix all this rust. And truthfully, it's still going to be a pain. But doing it individual panel by panel is going to make it a whole lot easier. Alright, next day. So let's get a look at this thing. To be honest, this is really not as bad looking as I had thought that it was. The stuff that looks really bad is this bottom row here, this right here. This is rust jacked off here in this piece of square tubing. I may have to change this tubing or just lay a piece of flat bar on top and weld it. But what I'm fixing to do, I'll put you back on the other camera, is I'm going to get my plasma cutter and just start hacking out everything that's gone. So it had 2x2 angle iron originally, and this was what the battery's set on. It must have rotted away, and somebody put this I don't know, 3/4. This might be 1.5 inches and this 1 inch or something. So I got my plasma cutter and I'm just going to start hacking this thing out. I want to cut out the original battery brackets, of course the ones that's been put in later. This piece looks pretty good. This all looks good. You know, this is kind of rough, but I'll leave it as connected. Probably cut this out. You get the idea. I'm just going to start hacking away. I'm going to pull all these little trim pieces off. This is going to leave sort of a knife edge around the sides and the bottom and everything, but I think I'll be able to get some kind of a little clip-on trim, little rubber trim that'll look pretty decent. And this is pretty rotted and pretty ate up, and I need to be able to get under it to keep the metal from rusting that's under this. Anyway, it's going to take a while. I'm not going to video it. I think I'm gonna probably pull the steering off. It's pretty straightforward. I think it's got a bearing or something. I should have shown you. We'll get a video of it later. But the way the steering works, I may disassemble it and kind of look it over. Truthfully, all this back here looks pretty good considering the shape of what we cut out of it. You know, most of this stuff is just completely gone. The worst piece, I believe, is this, and I think this is, you know, a pretty structural piece. And it's actually got a piece of angle iron. I don't know if you remember, but it sits like this. And I think I'll take a piece of 2x2 and run it from the very outside all the way over after I get all this blasted and weld that in real good. And that'll strengthen up because the sides and the bottom of this look pretty good with the top real thin. And then it's got a hole in the frame here, and I don't know what the deal was. It looks like something rubbed here and rubbed the hole. The other side's not like that. Other than that, the frame looks pretty good. I mean, it's got some pitting and stuff, but it's not that bad. And basically, all I'll have to do, you know, for the frame, I got you know, the body panels are all pretty rough. Basically, is just put the battery box back in it. I did actually hook a car battery up to the motor, and the motor did turn. I wanted to make sure to work. I'm going to disassemble it, check the brushes. We'll do that in another episode. But I think that's it. I got a bunch of housekeeping to do. You know, I said my light fell out. I got glass everywhere, and I got a pile of crap over there that's been there for 2 years. I need to clean all that up. And anyway, I think I'm fixing to roll this over there. Anyway, I think I'm kind of roll this over there, get it out of the way, do a bunch of house cleaning. So I've ordered this deal. I hope it works. It's a sandblast kit that goes on a pressure washer. And hopefully when that comes in, I've got a pretty high powered pressure washer. And I've got a little sandblaster too, somewhere. I don't know sure what's that. I've got a sandblast cabinet, or a bead blast cabinet, but I got like a little sandblaster. But I hate it. It's just horrible. It's the worst thing ever. And I don't want to have to jack with it. I'm going to try a little pressure washer deal. There's not a ton here of sandblast, but some of it's pretty, it's going to need some pretty intense blasting. But anyway, I guess that's about it. Appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next thing. I don't know if it'll be this or something else, but we'll catch you on the next one.